we're a little banged up, and I don't know. We'll make a game time decision on a couple guys. I won't say who, but right now we are banged up. We're not at full strength. We're hoping that a couple guys will be ready to play at 8:30 tomorrow night. But right now, I don't know that we'll have a lot of bodies as I expected going into the season opener.
How disappointing is that? Because it's a season opener and because it's a season opener against a conference opponent.
Well, I think it's only disappointing, but as we know, as you guys, injuries are part of the game, and certainly we hope we have everybody. I'm not saying that we won't, but there's a good chance that we could have a couple guys out.
What can you tell us about DJ and his progress towards working his way back towards the Wolfpack way?
Yeah, so we've allowed DJ to be back in practice. So he's practiced with us for a few days now. He will not play tomorrow.
Coach, how does that change, or have you had to adjust? Because obviously you run a deep team, but with guys missing and now a couple of guys injured, does that force you to kind of change the way you're doing things?
Well, when you certainly you think about DJ Funderburk's situation, it's certainly we've got to depend on a lot on Manny Bates, and that's a good thing for us because he's been able to play in a scrimmage and an exhibition game, and he's got those practice reps. We're just going to have to depend on some other guys, or a few guys can't go.
Tim, with DJ, just to be clear, is it still indefinite? Is still the way to? I mean, is there a timeline you have now, or is it indefinite?
No, it's no. I don't have a timeline. I couldn't tell you guys when he's going to return or when he will play in a game. I will say this: he's starting to move towards the things that I've asked him to do, and that's why we allowed him to come back into practice. But he will not dress out tomorrow night.
How much has Manny Bates' play kind of helped you be able to keep some of the lineups that you want to keep as well?
Well, he allows us to gamble a little bit. He allows us to get in the passing lane. He allows us to make a few mistakes on the perimeter because he's a shot blocking ability, and he can clean up a lot of our mistakes. He's going to be a really good player. The unfortunate thing is that he needs a little bit more game experience to be a great player. But I'm excited because he's got every rep for the last 2 or 3 weeks, and he's played well for us.
It's a little more exciting for the guys to play in kind of a big-time game to start the season. You're not playing one of those lower-tier teams, I guess you would say.
Yeah, these games are exciting. I'm excited for a league that we have the opportunity to play against an ACC team. That being said, it's still early, and I think it's early for everybody. I would be disappointed if we were the only team playing an ACC opponent, but we're not. It's the entire league outside of Duke, and Duke's playing Kansas. So, but it's a great opportunity to showcase our league on opening night. I'm excited about that part of it. But, when you coming off of summer, the tough things about summer that when you usually start a season, sometimes you'll have a suspension. Sometimes you may have injuries entering into a game, and, you don't have the luxury of just bringing guys along because right there you've got an ACC game to start the season.
Understanding that you don't have any control in the matter and that TV is pretty powerful. If you had your way, is this something you like, or would you rather not play a conference game this early and maybe ease into the conference season like you used to?
Well, I will tell you, reserve and ask that question at 10:30 tomorrow. Listen, we don't control it. I don't control game times. I don't control who we play. A lot of the stuff is our conference, and some of it is driven by TV. And we just got to play the games that's presented to us. So that's what I'm gonna do.
If you were playing Duke, there would be no value in watching last year's game. But you're playing Georgia Tech, who, kind of like you, has a bunch of their same group back intact. Will you go back and watch last year's game and kind of try to find some clues to solve some of that zone that they use?
Yeah, absolutely. I've watched tape. I've watched tape from last year, and we just quite frankly didn't make shots. When you look at 2 of our guys who started on the perimeter, I think Braxton was 0 for 8 for 3, and C.J. Bryce was 0 for 4 for 12. 0 for 4 for 3, which was those 2 guys were 0 for 12. We got to make shots. We got great shots. I just thought we didn't make shots in that game, and you're right, Joe. I've looked back at it and saw some things we could do better, and then obviously some things that worked that we'll continue to do tomorrow night.
Coach, you mentioned some of the things that are unexpected, like you said, missing guys, injury, suspension. Other than a win tomorrow night, what do you kind of hope to take away with maybe less of a roster and it being the first game?
Well, listen, we're coming out the gates, and we expect to win every game that we play. We have an ACC opponent. We will be a better team in 2 weeks from now. But that being said, everybody can make that statement. I want to see our guys be able to play together. I want to see how far we've come along from the time we played Mount Olive and ECU in the close scrimmage. And saying I think some guys got some great opportunities to be able to play and show people who they are. And as a team, we get a chance to show who we are right now. But we're a work in progress. I know that sounds funny entering into the game, but I think every coach in the country will tell you on November 5th they're nowhere near where they need to be, and they'll get better.
Anything you can do to help your post players against James Banks and Moses Wright?
Well, we do a great job of helping those guys rebound the basketball. When you look at those two guys last year, even though we won the rebound battle, I think they both did a great job of giving Georgia Tech second and third opportunities. We can't just rely on our 4s and 5s just to rebound the basketball. We've got big wings, and CJ and Devin, those guys got to do a great job rebounding also.